Hello and welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. I'm your host Iggy, and today we're gonna get cheap. Look at these soldiers. These are all, I guess you could call them El Cheapo soldiers. The brands, you know what, guys? I'll be truthful with you. I don't know anything about these. I don't know if they're copies of something else, or if they're original but just not very well done. Now, I can tell you that I bought them at Target, and they had them, I think, in their summer shop, and this was some time ago. I bought like 3 packages or 4 packages, something like that. And if you take a look at these, the ones on the ground level and first floor look like they're World War II inspired. And then the top 2 floors or shelves here, they are a mixture of what appears to be World War II and Vietnam, although the weapons are very strange. There's one fellow, it looks like he's holding a hair dryer. Let me see if I can spot him for you. I should have pulled him out of the lineup so that you guys could get a good look at him. Well, that's funny. I don't see him now. Oh, he's right in front of me. See that? What the hell is that? He looks like he's holding a hair dryer. And this guy over here, apparently he's Rambo or something. Rambo ripoff. But check out the wrinkles on this guy's. Looks like the neck of a walrus. I've never seen anything like that, unless it's the Michelin Man. But whoever, maybe he did wrinkles and someone came in, his supervisor came and said, "More wrinkles, I want more wrinkles." "Okay, boss, more wrinkles." And he's covered with so many hand grenades, he looks like a suicide bomber, but I don't know. Now, at first blush, when you look at these, they look like they're pretty good soldiers. You know, they're kind of beefy. I mean, they're not small by any means. They're pretty thick. I don't know if you can see that. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. That's better. They're pretty thick. The only thing they say on the bottom of them is that they were made in China. And I did buy them at Target. That's the only things I can tell you about them. But, you know, when you've got the collector bug, you pick up just virtually anything. I guess I lack discerning taste. But I'm going to have to keep this video short since I don't know anything about these. Although it does look like they're wearing... It looks like he's wearing a Russian helmet. You see that? And the bazooka looks like he's holding a PVC pipe that he got at Home Depot. He's throwing pineapples. Have you ever had fresh pineapple? It's really good. I grew up with canned pineapple. I had no idea that pineapple could taste so good. Anyway, for some reason they put a lot of these bazooka men in the packaging. Now, if I were to pick a favorite pose, I guess I would go with the rifleman. But if you look at the figures, if you examine them closely, the details are what I call soft. They're not crisp, they're not defined. They're very soft in appearance. And they have an excessive amount of wrinkles in the clothing. Not quite sure what caused that. And some of them are holding weapons that look like they're from Star Wars or something. Now, I'm supposing that This guy here is holding a Sten gun, but not quite. So it's pretty bizarre. But anyway, these are my El Cheapo Soldiers. Now, there's one other thing I'd like to share with you before I end this short video, is I found a couple tanks with the Timmy toys that I showed you in the last video, and I wanted to compare them for you. Now, the first one up is going to be this one. It's a New Ray Toys tank. You can see that the decals are starting to come off, which doesn't surprise me too much because these have been in storage for 20 years. And I don't even know how many of these I have. I seem to have quite a bit of them because every time I open a box, I find even more of these. But let me move some of these soldiers aside. The nice thing about El Cheapo figures is you don't care if they get broken. Okay, so let's compare it to this one that was in the Iwo Jima playset by BMC. And you can see immediately that the new Ray Sherman is much smaller. You can see that there. Let's get a profile. I'm not sure you can see that quite. But the BMC tank is much taller. And it's also slightly longer. You can see there, it's, wait. Yeah, you see it's a little bit longer. It's, looks like it's a little bit wider and taller as well. Now, the thing with the BMC tank, it has very limited moving parts, I guess you could say. The turret, of course, turns, but none of the hatch is open, and the main gun does not move. In other words, you can't elevate or depress the gun. And the tracks don't move. They're molded right into the vehicle itself. But what's really super nice about this BMC tank, as you guys know, I've discussed how virtually all of my vehicles have broken parts. They have tracks that have split in two, road wheels that have broken off, antennas that are missing, machine guns, hatches, just lots of things broken on it. But you know what's good about this BMC? That's what's good about this BMC tank. It's indestructible. You can do virtually anything with this tank, and you can't hurt it. It's indestructible, like a tank should be. So that's pretty cool. That's what I really like about it. Since, you know, everything's in storage, it seems I knocked a bunch of figures over. But, you know, the new Ray, this one is die cast. It has a plastic turret and is die cast. I've talked about these new Ray tanks before. This one is motorized. You can see its switch in the back. There's the battery compartment. And I had mentioned to you that, you know, it was not remote control. So as soon as you turned it on, it would go, and then it would go right off the table and break. This one, of course, is not motorized, but like I said, you don't have to worry about the tracks breaking off of it because it's all molded in one or two pieces, rather. The turret separate from the main body of the vehicle. So I'm a pretty big fan of these, although I do think they're slightly larger than 1/32 scale. I'm guessing they're maybe, you know, like this one is probably 54 millimeter and this one's 60. Although that's just conjecture. What am I trying to say? Conjecture. What did I say before? Constipation? Something? I don't know. Well, that's all I got for you this time, guys. It's a short video because, like I said, I know absolutely nothing about these. If you do know the origin story of these guys, like I said, all I know is that they came from Target and they were really cheap, and they're made in China. That's all I can tell you. But sometimes it's kind of nice to have some cheapy figures because you can blow them up with firecrackers, shoot them with BB guns, do all the destructive things that your violent heart desires, and not worry about wrecking quality toy soldiers. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the comparison between the BMC Sherman and the New Ray Toys Sherman. I'm going to hit the dusty trail. I'm going to meet all you guys at Roy's Ranch. Happy trails to you. And for those of you who have enlisted in the Iggy Army, I want to welcome you aboard and thank you for getting Iggy with it. I am going to see you guys again in my next video. So take care. Bye.